Hey guys, Sam here with KAIJU47 Insider, and today we've got a jam-packed episode for you. We're going to be talking about one of our new releases and some events, so let's get to it. First things first, we've got the Ronin47 set to release October 3rd of this year, 2020. If you're interested, we have the Drifter Edition. You can see that right here. It's got the green flash hider and some other green accents, along with some cool clothing bundles. So if you're interested, make sure you pre-order now before October. We've also got this special edition KAIJU47 set to release Halloween of this year. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I was able to sit down and talk with Ken from KAIJU017 about this special project and his design inspiration.
Hi guys, so today I'm joined by Ken from KAIJU017, and he's going to give us a little bit more information about the inspiration for the KAIJU47. Ken, how are you doing today? Thanks for joining us.
Good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. So what was your inspiration for the KAIJU47? Where did that come from?
So obviously kaiju in Japanese means strange beast, and it kind of, relates back to all the monsters and creatures from their film. I started stirring up notions of kind of a post-apocalyptic look, and while I was gathering up all of my inspiration for it, I was really drawn to design that felt kind of piecemeal. It had pieces from here, pieces from there, and it was all put together to create a strange beast of a gun.
Very cool. Yeah, I definitely get that feel when I look at it. And so when we showed you the gun, what were your thoughts? What was the first thing that stood out to you from a designer / airsofter perspective?
So I really like the fact that it was a mashup of the M4 AK, because there's definitely features on the M4 that are, obviously stand the test of time. But then there's also features on the AK-47 that I thought are really cool and as well stand the test of time. And to me, it felt like you guys took the best parts of the AK-47 and the M4 and put them together to create a completely new gun, which is kind of best of both worlds.
Can you tell us a little bit about the KAIJU017 brand and what does it stand for, what are values, and kind of like how this is a good merch,
It's kind of a passion project of mine. I consider it a bit of a creative outlet. I've always, my entire career, I've been working on, creating products and things like that for other people's brands and companies. And finally, I just came to the point where I felt like, I really kind of want to do my own thing that is more or less just me and not, filtered through someone else. So it was a project that I started brainstorming up in about 2017. And hence that's where the number 17 originally came from. But, a lot of my heritage comes from Japan. I'm half Japanese. So as a younger person, I grew up watching kaiju films and was super, enveloped in that at the time. And so it definitely has a bigger part of my upbringing. And so I thought it would be rad to incorporate that in what I was doing. So I decided to call it KAIJU017 or KAIJU17.
That's really cool.
And I kind of view it as, we're all strange beasts. And so maybe that's something that we can all relate to. And I wanted the brand to have a unique feel that kind of, expanded more on the anime culture and streetwear. A lot of the things I design are things that I want to wear or I would want.
What I see in pop culture, what I see in video games and movies, there's this very heavy focus on post-apocalyptic time periods. And I think you've really achieved that with this design. You took the coolest parts of now and post-apocalyptic kind of future and have put it together for this very disruptive kind of design.
I mean, that's good. That's kind of what I was shooting for. You know? I mean, in the design, I was definitely trying to take simplistic, clean, almost Swiss design and kind of mash it with this grungy, post-apocalyptic make what you can with what you have type of design. Because I really like the clash of those two looks. Both have very different looks. You know, one's very clean and can be minimal and very organized on a grid, and the other is very rough and very wild. So putting those two together, I feel has a real interesting look and feel. And that's something, that type of look and feel is something that I try to strive for in my own brand with KAIJU47 as well.
Well, thank you so much, Ken, for joining us today. We really appreciate it, and we've definitely learned a lot about the inspiration that went into this special edition. Let us know, where can the people find you? Instagram, YouTube, what have you got?
So I got a couple of Instagrams. Obviously, you can go to @KAIJU017. You can also view my portfolio, which is currently being updated at Ghost Pilot. And I have a website that's my portfolio, which is also www.ghostpilot.com. And you can check out Kaiju products and the Kaiju drops at KAIJU017.com.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really love sitting down with Ken to talk about this project. I learned so much, and I hope you did too. Make sure that if you guys are interested in the Drifter Edition that you pre-order now, because it is available for pre-order now and will not be available when the Ronin47 Standard Edition comes out. Next up, let's talk a little bit about competition. Things are heating up here at KWA as we've started our own Fight Night. Fight Night is a 1v1 platform where we get to highlight unique and interesting players and see how they actually operate on the field. Next up, let's jump into Hot Minute. I've got two friends who just cannot shut up about the airsoft world, so let's hear what they've got to say.
What's going on, guys? Your boy RandomGuyKev with ASM Caber, and this is the Hot Minute, where we talk about just random stuff happening in airsoft, or topics. The topic thing is, do competitions make sense? In airsoft, yes and no, because depending on how it's played and how it's managed, yes, it could make sense if you have enough refs watching, if you have people playing with tracer BBs, if you have honest players that are actually calling their hits. But a lot of times, you know, so much adrenaline is pumping, people don't feel their hits, so they just keep going. That's why you have those additional refs standing there just watching and making sure, hey, I'm going to call you out, you're out, get out, or you get penalized. I know they did that in the last BQB season, where those guys at Project Ed won, those refs, they were on it like that. You got hit, they waited till the end of the match, boom, nah, you got penalized for that. So I mean, yes and no. If money's involved, it makes it rough because people will start to cheat. But what are your thoughts on that, Caber?
I think competitive events and tournaments in Airsoft make perfect sense because there is now a growing demographic of players that want to participate in these specific events instead of just being mashed together with a bunch of, casuals and newbies that maybe aren't as good at the game of Airsoft as some of these guys that want to compete. It's real hard to enjoy a game with a bunch of rentals wearing two hoodies or clogging a doorway. So yeah, it makes sense to cater to an advanced skill set of players. What I think the biggest problem is that Airsoft fields and managers don't understand the dynamics of competitive Airsoft. They don't understand the rule set. They don't know how to grow a community. So if a field puts on a tournament and they don't really get a turnout, that's not the player's fault. It's incumbent upon the field to first grow the competitive community and then enter the competitive space. So it really falls on tournaments to fully immerse themselves into that space instead of just throwing it together. And that is our Hot Minute on competitive Airsoft.
Alright guys, we asked for your questions on Instagram and you replied. So we've got top 3 questions just for you today. Email007 asks, how do you choose sponsors? That's a great question. Here at KWA, we don't usually choose sponsorships, but if we catch you at one of our fight nights standing out, we might want to talk to you. John Ross, last name, asks, are y'all ever going to come out with a cheap gun? We might. Soon. Shot? The Chairsofter Show asked, of the upcoming releases, which one are you more excited for? The Ronin47 or the QRF Mod 3? That's a great question. Personally, I think I'm more excited for the Ronin47 because I love that Drifter Edition color set. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to our channel, and I'll catch you on the next episode of KWA Insider.